doing the hosting thing.
Let's get this show going, man.
Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans, with your hosts, Jesse Martin.
The Cowboys are finished, you understand me?
John Taman.
Pull down my trousers and do your job.
Scott Hartley.
Well, that was dreadful.
And occasionally, Keith Gray.
So many social engagements, so little time.
And now, your host, John Taman.
Well, what's going on? It's not John Taman. John Taman is driving down the road on I-80 something or whether. What is it, I-85? I-85?
I'm on I-85 coming through North Carolina. So if you see me, if that's you right behind me in that fucking Tesla, back the fuck up, buddy. What the fuck's the matter with you?
Well, the three of us are back. John is, like we said, traveling. He went out of town with his lovely wife, and they were on their way back. So I'm going to run the show, which I pretty much do anyways on Saturday. So, anyways, we got our buddy Scott Hartley here from across the pond. Scott, how are you doing, bub?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. Not too bad. We've got Pete Sidon in the chat from Bristol. He's a Bristol Rovers fan whose team has just beaten my team 1-0.
Oh,
so
1-0.
yeah,
1-0.
A nil. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess it's week 10.
Yes.
Is it week 10?
Hardly seems like it.
Week 10. Yeah, I know. It does. So there's still a lot of football left to be played. I think some playoff races are these games coming up are extremely important. The NFC playoff races, who knows what's going to happen, especially with those last two wild card spots. There's a bunch of teams that are in the mix right now, including our own Washington Commanders. They got a big game coming up, and we'll talk about that later against the Seahawks. But I think we're going to go ahead and start off with the game of the week in the
Shall we review the book first, Jesse?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I totally forgot.
We must go to the Big Boss book.
I figured I was so far ahead of you guys anyway, so, what's the point?
That's very true. So this week then, actually, I don't know, you can give us a work pool update as well, Jesse, but this week, your results were 9 out of 13 fixtures, Jesse. John, you got 11 out of 13. And I got 9 out of 13 also. So that on the wins for the year. Jesse, you are on 5. John, you are on 2. I am still lagging behind on 1. This is big losses this week, really, for two of us anyway. Big loss for Jesse, for you, was $200 on the Bills. Another big loss for you was $200 on the Atlanta game. Wins, though, we had Indianapolis laying the points. Dallas against Philly, you backed the over, which was a good call. And then Las Vegas as well, you backed them. So your total bets down were 1,100 this week, and your returns were 473.68. A total loss of $626.32. So not a good week on the betting.
I'm all right.
You're all right. You're up.
I'm letting y'all catch up a little bit.
I know. John, your total laydowns this week were 1,350. You had wins on the 50 on the points on Chicago. You have Minnesota also plus the points, which 50 on that. Cleveland, you gave the points, which is a massive 11.5. So well done to you for that one. That was a big call. Indy again, Dallas and Philly on the over again. Dallas laying and Philly laying the points. Las Vegas, Cincinnati giving the points. Buffalo on the over against Cincinnati, and LA Chargers versus New York. You gave the points. Your total returns were 1,234.79, giving you a loss of 115.21.
God damn! Don't tell my wife; she's right next to me.
I know. Big loss for me again on Atlanta, 250 down from that one. 1,200 this week for me bets. Wins were Kansas City and Miami on the under, LA and Green Bay on the under, Indianapolis laying the points, Eagles laying the points, Dallas over, Las Vegas giving the points, Cincinnati laying the points, and Washington versus New England on the under. My total returns were 1,796, giving me a profit this week of 596 and 3 cents.
All right,
So if
you
you
got
got
it.
bets,
Yeah.
don't know how I did that this week. No idea, but
Well,
couldn't pick a win to save my life. But got a profit on a lot of overs and unders. So
nice.
Nice work, Scott.
For my work pool, I tied for first place on the week. I actually made some changes Sunday morning. I got 10 out of 13 against the spread. That was it was pretty good. Now I am up by 3 total points out of 30. No, I'm sorry. Let's see how many people are in this motherfucker. 63.
wow.
Yeah. So that was good. Yeah, there was a couple injuries that played a toll, and I really got into the books on Sunday morning and wanted to try to, because it's tight. I mean, the people that are behind me. I mean, I'm only up by 3 picks, 3 points. So it's a race to
it's a tight race.
It's a tight race, and I think the top 7 of us right now. It's just 6 points separates the 7th place to the first place. So that can change in 1 week. Really, I can have a really bad week and go down. So, but anyways, first game on the docket, we have the Indianapolis Colts traveling to New England, facing the 2-8. There's a 2.
That's in Germany.
It's in Germany.
Second Frankfurt game. Yeah,
that's right. 9:30 game. The Colts are a 1.5 favorite. The Colts are favored by 1.5. I think this is kind of a pick'em game. Anthony Richardson is still out, and the mustache is taking over, I guess, for the rest of the year. So I think this is going to be a low scoring game.
The over under on this one, Jesse, is 43.5.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a little high.
It does sound a little bit high. It definitely does. I think I don't know what to make of this game. I just think I'd go on the under. I'll probably put $50 on the under. As far as injuries, let's see. There's no Devontae Parker, no Demario Douglas, or no, I'm sorry, he's questionable. I think that's the only receiver last week that got over 50 yards, I believe. There's pretty much the entire Patriots team is on the injury report. But we know Bill Belichick likes to do that. On the other side, Zaire Franklin, linebacker, is questionable with the knee. Julius Brents is out with the quadricep. So the Colts are fairly healthy. I guess if I got to pick somebody to win this game,
Did I lose you?
Stay away from.
No, I've got you.
No, we're good, John.
Right.
But yeah, I got the Patriots.
Okay, so Patriots. Interesting, John.
I'll tell you what, the Colts with Mr. Mustache have put up some points. Sometimes they shot it out with the Texans. I'm taking the Colts. I'm going to lay that 1.5, and I'm putting $100 on it. The Patriots, their defense can scheme up some stuff, but I think I said last week it's the Jonathan Taylor get right game, and he got himself a touchdown last week. I think he's just going to build on that. These poor people in Frankfurt are expecting the Patriots, and fucking Mac Jones is going to show up. And one of the things that we saw last week is just how god-awful he is. That guy is awful. So, I just don't see the Patriots being able to do much. And, I'll take the Colts, lay that 1.5 for $100, but the over and under, I'm not touching.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I would kind of agree with you there, John. I've got the under, like Jesse. I've got $50 going on that. And I also think you're correct. I'm going to put 50 on Indy and lay that 1.5 points as well. I think in Germany, it makes no difference to either side, really. It's a tight game, that. And
that's right.
Yeah, Mac Jones is awful. So, and I just think Indianapolis's defense can get to Mac Jones a little bit more than the other way round. So,
I think their offense can easily outscore Mac Jones. Mm-hmm. So honestly, that guy is awful. He's just terrible. I can't come up with any more adjectives for it. He sucks. He stinks. He is probably the worst quarterback I've seen since, I don't know, probably in New England. God damn it. It's been 30 years since we've seen a quarterback that bad.
I don't know. There's been pretty bad quarterbacks playing. All right, moving on. San Francisco, losers of 3 in a row, traveling to Jacksonville, taking on the Jaguars. The 49ers are favored by 3. Over-under is 45.5. What's going on with the 49ers right now? 3 in a row. Oh, now we know their big-time playmaker Deebo Samuel's been out. But he's back this week. Trent Williams is questionable. He has an ankle injury. On the other side, Zay Jones is out with a knee. And no, we don't see Brandon Scherf for once. Whoa!
Surprise!
Whoa!
Week 10 and Brandon Scherf is playing. Woo!
Yeah. So I got to go with the 49ers. They got to get their shit together. So, I mean, that's just that. I think Chase Young has 5.5 sacks this game. He's going to double his. No, just kidding. No, I'm gonna take the 49ers laying the points, and I'll put 100 on that. They get they're going to get their stuff together. This is a Super Bowl contender. Go ahead, John.
What's the over/under? Did you say
45.5?
You know what? I really don't know what to make of the Jaguars. I know they've got a decent record. They're going to make a playoff push, try to get into the deeper rounds of the playoffs. But I just don't see the offensive explosion that we expected. Their defense is kind of middling, And you're right. I think the 49ers, they got to do something to get back on track. I think bringing Chase Young in there, really, it's just gravy for them. You know what I mean? Deebo Samuel's going to come back this week. I think Brock Purdy's going to get right. Yeah, I'll take the 49ers and I'll lay those points, but I'm only going to put 50 on it. I'm not that confident with it.
Gotcha.
And I'm not touching the over-under. But yeah, 49ers get right.
I don't want anything to do with this game whatsoever. I think it's a good game to watch and follow. Jacksonville, obviously. Yeah, they've done me some favors the last couple of weeks, but coming off the bye as well, well rested. Both teams off the bye, I think. So it'll be interesting to see where this one goes. But I can't look further than the 49ers for this game. Jacksonville just aren't, as you said, John, aren't ready just yet to challenge someone like the 49ers.
They are at home, But the thing, and like you said, the 49ers have lost 3 in a row, so I really don't know what to make. The Jaguars to me are just a mystery. They're doing it. I just don't know how.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. All right, moving along to another game of the week. The New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. The Saints are favored by 3. The Vikings came in with a backup quarterback. He goes out the first quarter, and here comes Josh Dobbs. Like 5 days into into an offense that he just doesn't know the terminology, so they're calling the plays, telling him what they do in that first 15 seconds of the play clock. So, and they come out with a win. They come out with a freaking win. Of course,
he was so annoyed. He was so annoyed.
Yeah, and
not me, baby.
Yeah, that was just ridiculous. But I know Justin Jefferson is possibly going to be back, but I like the Saints in this. I think they come crashing down to earth, and I don't expect Minnesota to win another game the rest of the season, to be honest with you. And in fact, Minnesota has won more games without Justin Jefferson this year than with Justin Jefferson this year.
Interesting.
Dobbs is not a good thrower of the ball, so I really don't think a receiver is going to do all that much. This team all that much good. And say what you want about the Saints, they do have a defense that's pretty good.
They forced turnovers.
I mean they're 5-4, so they've won some games. I mean, so are the Vikings. They're 5-4 as well too. But when you're on your third quarterback, you just picked them up off the street a week ago. How do you really expect to win some of these games? I don't at all. So give me the Saints, laying the points, and I'll put 50 on it. I'm not too confident because both these teams are not, very good. But
what were those points again? I'm sorry, I'm driving.
Yeah, no, it's
what's the spread again?
-3.
Saints
40 and a half is the over/under as well, John.
All right, Saints favored by 3, and this is in Minnesota.
Yep, in Minnesota.
Yes. Okay. You know what? I'm going to roll the dice with Josh Dobbs again. I will take the Vikings and those points because I do not believe in the Saints. I think that Derek Carr is too old to be wearing as much mascara as he does, and I don't like them. I think their uniforms look terrible. I think that the entire city smells like a toilet, and fuck them. I'm taking the Vikings. I will take those points, and I'm going to pick them to win straight up right on there. Go Josh Dobbs.
All sound reasons, John.
Yes, those are beautiful reasons. Damn straight. You built a city that's under sea level.
I'm with Jesse here. New Orleans are going to win this game. I mean, Josh Dobbs has had more teams than I've had hot dinners, and that's a lot. But yeah, I mean, again, the Vikings running backs, they you're right there, Peacecraft. They have been lackluster. And yeah, I mean, Jefferson's been out. They haven't got anyone to really throw the ball to. So, yeah, 1 week in this system. But 1 week in this system, I can't see that making a massive difference. And Derek Carr isn't that bad of a quarterback, although he does wear a lot of mascara. So
he does. He wears a lot of it.
I don't want to put anything on this game, but yeah, New Orleans will win that game.
You know, the reason it's not Josh Dobbs, it's Kevin O'Connell. That's what that's who I'm banking on in this game. So I know I sound unreasonable going, go Josh Dobbs. I think I like Kevin O'Connell. I like the way he calls an offense. And I think that he deserves a lot of credit for last week, even though Josh Dobbs did ball his ass off.
All right, big game right here. Tennessee Titans are traveling to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. They're both 3-5. These two teams are just there's nothing sexy about either one of these teams. I mean,
terrible.
Dude, did you not see Baker Mayfield's fucking boudoir photos? My God! Tell you what.
Will Levis.
Put a tickle in your pickle.
Will Levis is taking over as a quarterback for the Titans for the rest of the year.
He's eating banana skins as we speak. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bucs are favored by 1.5. The over/under is 38.5. Low over/under. I would probably even take the under. The Bucs defense is supposed to be good. They haven't really shown up all that much this year. And Titans are just boring. They're just a fucking boring team. I'm going to stay way away from this game. If I had to pick one, I'd say I'll take the Titans laying the points. But as far as putting anything on it, no way. John, what you got?
I'm sorry. The Titans are favored over the Bucs.
No, the Bucs.
No, 1.5 for the Bucs.
All right, okay. I'll tell you what. I like Will Levis. I don't think that anything he's done has been fluky. Like you see with Josh Dobbs last week. That was fluky as all hell. He's making all kinds of weird runs and all kinds of shit where people really don't know what he's doing. Will Levis, man, he's just going back, dropping into his drop and fucking heaving the ball right where it needs to go. So, yeah, I do like the Titans in this game, and I will go ahead and take Will Levis. I don't know that I want to put anything down on it. I'll just pick him to win.
Treylon Burks is out. So
he's
who are they
out,
throwing the ball to? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Scotty.
For me, I agree with you. This is pretty awful game, but I don't believe in Baker Mayfield. I've been more impressed with Will Levis, as you said, John. He's got a cannon of an arm. For that reason, we're all taking Tennessee for some reason. Don't know why, but we're all gonna get on the Tennessee. I will hit the under though for 50. I think this is going to be a tight scoring affair, and I think that it's going to be a field goal either way. So I'll take the under at 38.5.
You don't believe in Baker Mayfield? I mean, he's like the clone of Sam Howell.
He is not. He is not.
John has gone through a dead spot. He is totally frozen.
John is on now.
Yep.
Others, I think.
There we go.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
You're back.
Am I back? Yeah.
All right, moving
all
along.
right. Honestly, the reason real quick, the reason, like Scotty, you said, I don't know why we're picking the Titans. I do know why I'm picking the Titans, and it's Will Levis. I think he's playing good football. He's playing all of the knocks that they have. Try to go down again.
All right. So,
It's like listening to Keith.
All right, so we got the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The Baltimore Ravens are actually the home team. I'm not sure. I think John messed up the
Doesn't matter.
whatever. It doesn't matter. Ravens are favored by 6.5. They had a big win over the Seahawks last week. I think this point spread's a little bit too much. I'm thinking the 4. But the over under is 38.5. For as much as the high powered offense of the Ravens, as much as they've been scoring, I would hit the over in this 100%. Game. I'm gonna put 100 on the over. I'm gonna stay away from the spread. I'm picking the Ravens to win, but I'm definitely going over.
Over 100. Well, John's not here, so yeah, I'm going to say exactly the same bet there. For me, this is definitely 100 on the over. It has to be. And I'm actually going to lay the points. I think Baltimore win this outright. I think Cleveland not going to come into someone like Baltimore when they're coming off that win by 30-37 or whatever it was. It was a hiding against the Seahawks. And I think I'm going to lay the points there, and I'm going to put 100 on that.
All right, John. Baltimore's favored by 6.5. Over under is 38.5.
All right. For one, the reason why I put Baltimore on the other side is because they got a B on their helmet. If I'd have turned it around backwards, somebody would have said, "You have the wrong helmet on there." So that's why I did that. But all right, you know what? I will take the under on this. I'll put 50 on the under. The Ravens are playing some damn good football. And last week, here we go. Yeah, the under.
38.5. You're going under.
38.5. Yeah.
Okay. He said it.
Wow.
And he's going out. All right.
So I think he's back in Baltimore, but I think he's going on the under, isn't he? So
yeah, I think so too. That's what it sounds like.
John,
yeah. I'm here. Can you hear?
Nope. You're going out. You're going out.
All right.
Yeah, Scotty. It looks like you're going with Baltimore. There we go, John. You're looking good now.
I am.
Can you hear us, John?
How about that?
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I'm going to take. Yeah. I'm going to take the Browns and the points though, and I'm going to put 50 on that. I'm taking the under, Baltimore to win, and the Browns plus the points. It's going to be a tight game. The Ravens, they can blow a team out like they did last week, or they can play a 17-13 game against a team you don't think they should do that against. So even though I think that they're looking really good, I don't think they're looking like they're going to blow out that Browns defense. So that's what I'm taking. Ravens to win, Browns to cover.
The Ravens are averaging 26.6 points a game, and the Browns are averaging 22.6 a game. To me,
fine.
I'd hammer the over on this one, to be honest with you, but that's just me.
Well, that is just you. And since it's your birthday, we'll let you.
Yeah. Happy birthday to you.
You can't do that. You will get sued for that. You're not allowed to sing that song in public anymore. Yeah. So we'll have to sing a different song. What do you guys sing over in Britain?
They say it's your birthday. It's my birthday too, yeah. All right. We got the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are favored by 6.5. I like what the Texans are doing right now. I like CJ Stroud. I think he's a fine young quarterback. And this team is going to be something soon. They need a few more pieces here and there, but Cincinnati has some big players that are questionable and out in this game. Jamar Chase is questionable with a back injury, and T. Higgins is out with a hamstring. Sam Hubbard is out with an ankle, and Josh Tupo or whatever, their starting defensive tackle, is also out with a shoulder. So I'd probably lean towards the Texans covering. I don't think the Texans are going to win by any means, but I'm going to stay away from this as far as money. But I'm going to pick for just picking sake, I want to pick Cincinnati to win. But I don't like that. Both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins have the potential to be out. John?
Well, they still do have Tyler Boyd. Joe Burrow is the swizzle stick that stirs the drink. Am I out again? Am I here?
No, you're good.
You're good.
I guess not. Oh, all right. Okay. I'm kind of the same way. I want to pick the Texans to cover, but I think that the Bengals are getting into that Super Bowl groove. They're getting into that groove that they've been in. Jamar Chase being out, T. Higgins being out, that's probably what's going to sway my opinion. I'm going to do just what you did. I'm taking the Bengals to win straight up. I'm not touching the line whatsoever. And you said the over-under was what?
47.
47?
47.
47? Oh, for Christ's sakes. I'll take the under, and I'll put $50 on that. 47. That's crazy.
I'll do that as well. I'll put 50 on the under.
Okay. I have that down. So for me, I don't know why I'm going the totally opposite way. I'm putting a massive $200 on this, and I'm going to lay them points. And I think Cincinnati absolutely boat races the Texans.
Boat races.
20-point win.
Right
with Tyler Boyd.
Easy.
Taking a Joe Mixon big day.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's where it's going to be.
20-point win. Wow. Wow.
You be like when it's a 4-point loss in the Texans, when you're like, fuck you, Scott. Later.
All right. The Green Bay Packers are traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Look, the Steelers are 5-3, but they are an ugly 5-3. They're just barely beating people, and they ain't got much of an offense. Their defense keeps them. I mean, they're only averaging 16 points a game. 16 points a game.
Yep.
And their defense is giving up 20 points a game, and they're still fucking winning somehow. Doesn't make a whole bunch of sense.
They've had some weak opponents that Kenny Pickett has hit a freaking miracle to at the end of the game to Pickens. He's had that coming a couple of times where he just hits one or two miracle passes and they've been able to squeak by.
Yeah,
they've also had a lot of touchdowns from defense as well. TJ Watts took a few back as well for pick sixes and stuff over the last few weeks. So
the Steelers are favored by 3. Over under 38.5. I'm going to pick the Steelers to win. I just Green Bay is just terrible.
Matt LaFleur's getting fired.
Yeah, I'm not touching the spread. I don't like it. I don't like either one of these teams at all. But give me the Steelers to win, and I would take the under actually in this game too.
Yep.
Me too. I'm taking the Steelers to win. I'm not touching the spread, but I'm going to put $100 on the under.
Good man, Joe. Good man. Under GB. Yeah, I'm on you.
If I tilt my phone a little bit more, you'll see just how good I am.
I got 50 on that, rather than 100 on the under. I also think Pittsburgh will win this game by hook or by crook. One interesting stat, though, is do you know that Sam Howell has more touchdowns already than Kenny Pickett has had in 2 seasons, which is quite interesting, really. But yeah, he's not getting the job done with his tiny hands. Mr. T-Rex arms himself will get the win. Yeah, he will get his win this week. I just don't believe in Green Bay at all. I think Jordan Love is a bust, and I think Matt LaFleur is going to get fired very soon.
Yeah,
I used to not believe in Green Bay, and then I saw it on a map, and I said, okay, well, I guess it's there.
All right, another game. There's
Game of the
a
week.
lot of bad games this week.
Shocking.
A lot of bad games. All right, the Atlanta Falcons are traveling to Glendale, Arizona, take on the Cardinals, and it's the Kyler Murray. It's the Tiny Quarterback Bowl. You got Taylor
right.
Heineke versus Kyler Murray.
It's the Puny Bowl.
If only Bryce Young played for Atlanta, that would have been awesome.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Heineke's small too, so let's be real. Kyler Murray's first game back. The Cardinals are just a 1.5 point dog in this game. I'm going to pick the Falcons just because you got to pick somebody. And I don't think Kyler Murray's a good quarterback, even when healthy, let alone, coming back, having played in well over a year. So give me the Falcons, staying away from everything. Over under is 43.5 for some reason.
That's hot. All right, I will take the under for $50, and I'm going to take the Cardinals and those points for $50. I will give Taylor Heineke credit for his Halloween costume, which did really just draw attention straight to his girlfriend's tits. That was brilliant. I don't know if did you see his costume or not?
Yeah.
Yep. So right. Deer in the headlights. Way to accentuate your girlfriend's tits for your costume. I was all right with that. But that's what I'm taking. I'm taking the Cardinals. I think that Kyler Murray coming back after a year is going to play all right. I think he's got something to prove, and it's not that he's big enough to ride the roller coaster. He might not be good for the rest of the year, but I like him against Atlanta.
Okay. So Arizona. All right, I've got that down. So I'm with you, Jesse. I'm taking Atlanta because you've got to take someone to win the game. 1.5 is not enough. If it was me, I would hit the under as well, but I don't want to put any money on this one. I just don't believe in either of these teams. This could be 20-20, or it could be a 6-6. Who knows?
Yeah. Moving right along here, the Detroit Lions are traveling to LA to take on the Chargers. Detroit's got to get it together. They're going to get it together this week. Let's see, was it 3? Yeah, Detroit's favored by 3. Give me Detroit. I'm hammering this. I'm going to put $200 on Detroit.
Wow.
Don't let me down now. The over-under is 48.5. Give me the over. I'm going to put $50 on the over on a separate bet.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. Looks like John's out of it again.
Max, okay. I'll be back. As soon as I find some bars, just tell me when you can hear me.
I can hear you now.
We got you, John.
Am I hearing you? All right, great. Here we go. All right, you know what? I can't even remember the game we were talking about now because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. The Chargers and the Lions. You know what? Yeah, the Chargers and the Lions. Yeah. I know you believe heavily in the Lions, and I know a lot of people believe heavily in the Lions, but I have seen that Lions habit of laying some absolute turds. They are capable of doing it. The Chargers, who the hell ever knows what the hell they're going to do, but I think they're going to win this time at home. If they're a home dog, 3-point home dog, yeah, give me that. I'll take the Chargers, $50, and I'll take those points. I'm not touching the over-under because I think that's going to be right about where it is.
I've been burned by the Chargers way too many times, Steven. Think about it. Brandon Staley is an awful coach. I don't know why he's still here. I just got listen. The Lions are 6-2, man. And
yes,
two games they got handed to them. But I just got. I like the Lions. I really do. So give me golf and the Lions and.
This is my controversial pick of the day.
Well, you already did one with Minnesota, so
nothing good comes from picking the Chargers.
Oh no, God,
man, that's true. Yes, I know. I'm living dangerously though, man. Fuck it.
Go ahead.
So for me, it's Detroit all day. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't want to put any. I believe in him, but I don't want to put money on him because I don't believe in him that much. Because it is typical that the Chargers would do something like this, and Austin Eckler would have a 3-touchdown game. He's that sort of guy. So I will pick Detroit for the win, but I'm staying away from it betting wise. And I think 48.5 is probably there or thereabouts.
And this line has moved. It started off as a
45.
A Lions 1-point favorite, but it's moved all the way up to 3. So, I'm still checking the lines on this because I know a lot of money came in on the lines, so that's why a lot of sharp money came in on the lines. That's why they moved it up. But still, I mean, I'm just not a believer in the Chargers right now. I'm really not until they get a new coaching staff in there. I mean, they got great players, they got excellent players. I just don't believe in their coaching staff. So there comes
game of the day.
New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys, which the Dallas Cowboys are 17.5 point favorites.
It's mental. If you lay these points, John, and this comes in, that is pure credit.
I'm laying the points.
I'm
laying the points.
Wow.
Putting 100 down.
Wow. Okay.
This is going to be a barn burner. This is going to be like a 30-2 or 30-3 type of game. It is.
You think so?
It just is. Yeah.
It'll only be 30-2 because Dak will fall down backwards and the ball will go out. And that's the worst play they'll have all day. That guy DeVito, dude, no, he's not beating the Cowboys. Micah Parsons is going to hit him so hard that his grandmother over in Italy is going to go, yeah, what the fuck was that? That's what I think. Yeah, I'm going to lay that 17 points. I'm going to put $100 down on it. Take the Cowboys. The over/under you said was what?
39.5.
39.5.
I'd probably hammer the under on this one because I just don't think the Giants are going to score. Yeah.
No, it could be 37-0 easily. So I'll tell you what, I'll do that too. I'm going to put the other. What did I say? 100 on the Cowboys. I'm going to put 50 on the under. 50 on the under, and I'm going to say that that guy DeVito, he's going to be working in his grandpa's pizza parlor by the end of next week.
Hey, DeVito, pass the pepperoni.
We're going to go away, right there. We're going to get them. Going to hand the ball off to the running back. We're going to go off the tackle. Huh? Right. Go for it.
I'm going to also back the Cowboys, but I don't.
We changed your mind. We changed your mind because you were going to.
17.5 is huge, though. That is a big. And then I realized it's Danny DeVito at quarterback.
That's what she said.
I'd probably take the under. I'd probably bet on the Giants if it was Danny DeVito, but it's not. It's fucking Percy DeVito or whatever his name is. I want to hear Scotty. I want to hear Scotty's New York accent. That's what I want to hear.
Hey, what are you talking about? You're fucking calling me a schmuck.
Hey, we're going to get blown out by the Cowboys. Forget about it.
I think we all need to back down. I'll go on the under. I'll put 50 on the under. There you go.
All right,
I think like Barkley could probably get a touchdown, and that's it.
Pussy.
But the Giants ain't got no offensive line. Barkley's going to be like
He's going to
wake up tomorrow morning. That's right.
First play of the game, he's like, "Oh, I gotta hang now. I can't go no more."
Dude, he's gonna wake up tomorrow morning, and Micah Parsons is gonna be in his bed. He's gonna say, "Look, I just figured I get an early start with you here." Right.
Jets wake up in a hospital bed on Monday morning, though, isn't he?
I will make a prediction. Here's my prediction: Brian Dable is going to get involved in a sideline tackle. It's going to squeeze his head, which is going to pop like a zit.
All right.
A big zit. Yeah. And they're going to say, "Oh, if you're squeamish, look away. We're not going to show the replay of this." Isn't that a Sunday night game?
No, it's an afternoon. All right, the New York Jets and the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders are Raiders are home dogs.
Favorites. Oh no, I got them as they are 1 point dogs. Yeah, 1 point dogs.
1 point dogs at home against the high-powered Jets defense.
with Wilson at
Defense,
quarterback.
yes.
Zach
Wilson.
Yeah, I'm going to go Raiders.
Lock
here,
up your
guys.
mothers.
I'm going to go Raiders here, and I think this is going to be like a 11-9 game. I don't know how they get to 11, but it's going to happen somehow, some way. So, give me the Raiders for the win. I ain't putting no money on it. The over-under is 36.5, and I will go under.
Yeah. What do you want to put on that, Jesse?
I see me going through another trouble spot. Go ahead, Scott.
50.
50.
Right.
I'm going to go 50 on the under as well in this game. I think that I'm actually going to go a bit of left field here. I think the Jets get the win through a defensive game. I don't believe in whatever the guy who is at quarterback is. Is it Connell?
Garoppolo?
I can't remember his name. I don't think Garoppolo's playing, is he?
Not
I think it's
injury
Aiden
report.
O'Connell.
It's not on the injury report. Unless he's on IR. I don't think he's on IR anymore. Or
He's
what?
not.
He wasn't on the injury report. He wasn't on the injury report last week. They just said no. They like this guy Aiden, whatever his name is. They like him better.
Aiden O'Connell. Is it Connell? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, he's not very good at all. So
Aiden Cuntley, I think.
Something like that, yeah. Something. His mum loves him anyway, so that's fine. 50 on the under for me, and I'll take the Jets to win.
I'm going to do the same thing. The Antonio whatever his name was, the Antonio Pierce effect is going to wear off. If it was anybody but that Jets defense, I might want to pick the Raiders. But yeah, that Jets. I agree with Scott. It's going to be a low-scoring game, so it can be 50 on the under, and I think it'll be a defensive score by the Jets. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm going to go way out on a limb, and I'm going to. What's their big fat defensive tackle's name? I can't remember his damn name right off the top of my head.
Quinton Williams.
Quinton Williams. He's going to get himself a 75-yard fumble recovery return for a touchdown. All right.
And then on oxygen for a full quarter.
That's right. The Jets will win 10-6.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with the Jets too. I'm gonna switch my pick to the Jets.
Pussy. Oh, yeah, good move, Jesse.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I can just imagine a 360-pound man running 75 yards.
Dude, I was at a Bears Redskins game when Big Daddy Wilkinson intercepted a pass at the other 2-yard line and ran it 98 yards or something like that. Some 90-yard touchdown. And when he got in the end zone, Darryl Green jumped in his arms. I'm like, dude, don't do that. He's gonna die.
Oh, and this Jets game is the Sunday night game.
Oh my words!
Jesus,
Sunday night football. Yeah,
Jesus Christ! I gotta tell you, the Monday night game makes up for it. This is a good game on Monday night because dude, that Bears and Panthers game. Did you guys watch any of that garbage? Good Lord!
Terrible. But I mean,
I tell you what,
moving along.
Who's ever in charge of the national night scheduling for the NFL, you're fired. You are fired.
I mean, I would have understood this game in the beginning of the season, the Broncos and Bills, but no. The Broncos are terrible. They're a terrible team. But Broncos are dogs by 7 points. The over/under is 46.5. Give me the Bills laying the points. Bills get back on track. I will. Let's see. Let me see if there's any big injuries. Stephon Diggs is questionable with back. He'll be playing. Let's see. That's about it. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought this was a good game. I thought there was somebody else playing the Bills, but no, it is the Broncos. So, I think you're right. See, that's the thing about the Bills, though. They played down to their opponents.
That's true, except when they played us.
Well, even us, we held them to 16 points for most of the game.
Okay.
But I'm going to take the Broncos and the points. But and I'm going to put $50 down on it. They're not going to win by 8, I don't think, because the Bills, they've just been doing that this year. I don't think the Broncos are a very good team, but 8 points is a lot, I think, for the Bills right now to be able to beat somebody by. So give me the Bills to win. I'll take the Broncos to cover for $50. What's the over under?
The over under is
46.5. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to put the other 50 on the over.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is a easy Bills win for me. 7 points is nothing when you've got the Bills. A high power offense as they have. $200 on this, easy. Lay them points.
Woo, big spender.
Easy.
All right.
Over.
Down to our game of the week. Washington Commanders travel cross country to the Seattle Seahawks, and this line has just moved. Everyone,
again,
it started at 6.5, went down to 6, and now it is at 5.5. Sharp money's coming in on Washington to at least cover. Give me Washington to cover. Give me Washington for it actually an outright win as well. I feel good about this game. I think we have a good chance to win this game. I'm just going to say I'm going to put money on the cover. I'm not going to put money on the win.
Okay.
I'll put $50 on the cover. The over under.
That's a sensible bet.
The over under is 44.5. Let me have the over. Give me 50 on the over.
All right. Now, based on Scott's prediction from last night, he should be picking the over too.
That's true.
Bunch of garbage I heard on my broadcast last night. I'll tell you what. I will take Washington to cover. I'm going to put 50. No, I'm not touching it. I'm not betting. I don't bet a dime on our team because I jinx them. So I'm going to take them to cover. Am I out? Am I gone? Am I stuck?
No, you're there. You're there.
Test. 9, 2, 3, 5, 7.
You're here.
All right, yeah, I'm going to take us to cover. I'm going to take us to win. I'm going to take us to cover. I'm going to take us to win. And the only money I'm putting down is $50 on the under.
I think this is going to be a high-scoring affair. This is going to be – I think both teams are going to be in the 30s. I think I'm calling like I did yesterday, I'm calling a 31-30 win for the Commanders.
So, I'm going with a tight game until the fourth quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, we will lose, but we will lose a further touchdown and not be able to bring it back, and we'll lose by 14 points, 31-17 to the Seahawks.
Put money where I'm your friend.
I will.
Put money where that dirty mouth is.
$50 on filthy mouth of yours. God damn it! It is a pretty mouth, though, isn't it?
Dirty, filthy mouth.
Tell you what, Jesse. I'm going to put something in your brain, and tonight when you had your third gin and tonic, you're going to think of Scotty's pretty mouth. Oh. And then and then you might cross the bridge that you never thought you'd cross. All right. So, yeah, man, Scotty, I don't understand you, man. I don't know why I'm your friend when you make picks like that, honestly. It's serious.
I honestly just can't see us winning this game. I can't. It's one of them where it's so far to go. It's very loud. The crowd are the 12th man. You know what happens here. They'll get on top of it. The hard count, you won't be able to hear the silent count. It'll be a nightmare. So, yeah, I think we will still keep it close, but we're just gonna lose in the fourth quarter.
Scotty's taking my persona and going.
Oh no, I won't be, because tomorrow I'll be watching the pregame and I'll be like, we're gonna fucking win this, and then you'll go the other way and you'll be like, it's game over after the first 2 minutes. So
that's right. I'll tell you what, I listened to you guys this morning from yesterday's show. By the way, if he's paying attention right now, Adam, great job. Thank you very much, man. Honestly, the thing that makes me nervous about this game is their running attack. They've got two good quality running backs. I think that, what's his name? Kenneth.
but we've been handling the run pretty damn well this year.
Yeah, we've been all right with it.
We're good against the run.
The thing about it, though, Geno Smith, his first, second, and third inclination is to go deep, hit the big play. And, I know, Scott, yesterday you were talking a lot about DK Metcalf. He's not the one that makes me nervous because he can get taken out of the game mentally. Yeah, it's Lockett. Lockett is the silent assassin, and he has been for like 4 years now, where you don't even see him coming, and all of a sudden, boom, he's got 7 catches for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, I'm kind of concerned about I read an article this morning on Rigo's Rag about Jack Del Rio says that he's thinking about ways that he can stop these big splash plays, but I didn't read anywhere in the article where he says, I quit, because that's the only way that's happening.
John's
so, yeah,
I
fully expect that.
But I can promise you. I got you.
Okay.
Okay, good, because Jesse's right. Fuck Jack Del Rio, and that's what I was saying. He's going to make sure that we get a mismatch on the outside that gets burned again. So there you go.
I could have made that comment for you as you were going out because I knew what you were going to say.
Thank you.
I think this game is going to be won and lost with Percy Butler.
Oh, good shout. Good shout.
For the defensive side, Percy's got to have a big game. If he doesn't have a big game, we're going to lose. So I'm putting it on you, Mr. Butler. Don't bite, and play tight. John, you are just stop talking.
I'll tell you what. Since I was not here yesterday,
no one can hear you.
All right.
Yeah, you're just it's nothing but machine work. Hello, John, you there?
Okay.
No.
Hey, I'm here. Hi, how are you?
All right, there we go.
Nice to see you. Nope. Hi.
Got you.
All right.
I've got you.
So my X factor for the game is Brian Robinson. All right, B-Rob has got to have a good game tomorrow. I want to see a good game out of B-Rob and Antonio Gibson tomorrow. Those are my X factors. So there you go.
All right. Yep. No, like I said, mine is. I think our offense is going to be okay. It's just the defense that I'm worried about, and Percy Butler is the man. He is. I do want to run. I think we need to run the ball. I think if the more we run, the more we can control the clock, and to keep the Seahawks offense off the field, the better we're going to be. But when they are on the field, we have to stop the big play, and Percy has got to step up, man. That's how I feel. Yep. And the 2 defensive tackles have to get home. They got to cause Geno Smith hell, because Geno Smith will turn the ball over. He is known to turn the ball over if he's pressured. Yeah. The more we can pressure him, better it's going to be.
Yep, for me, I think as another key to victory is Benjamin St. Juste. He needs to step up and have a good game. It's going to be difficult. He seems to be in the last few games quite handy.
So we can lose by 14?
Still going to lose. Still going to lose by 14, yeah. They're still going to lose by 14. I just honestly, I can't see how we win this game. I honestly can't. I think the only other win we have for the rest of the season is New York. That is it.
I don't think this team is as good as you're making it out to be. They're not. They've beat some crappy teams. Got away with one against Detroit earlier this year.
I'm telling you what, Scott, you are definitely not on my Christmas card list now.
He's gonna be sent a bag of dog poo. All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow after the game to either cuss Scott Hartley out for jinxing us or to bag on him for picking us to lose.
Scott, if you
it's a win for you too.
If you had any self-respect, you'd have said, our keys to victory are hopeless. We don't even have a chance. There you go.
All right. About 10 minutes after the final whistle, catch the Bleeding Burgundy in a bunker after hitting a 1-point safety. And we'll be bitching and moaning and probably half drunk.
That's right.
Later.
The mashup. All righty. Later.
See you later.